Sorry for the wait, ladies and gents. We should be kicking off the loser bracket final right now with Barktooth versus Element on Coma. And Barktooth in the red trunks, Element in the blue. And we're getting off to a fast start.
With an early frag, yep.
Element actually managed to beat Lava 3K, which was kind of an upset. I thought Lava was the stronger jeweler, but it appears that
Lava is certainly the better known dueler, for sure. And he's also a very, very strong opponent. So yes, I mean, you could call that an upset.
Yeah, it's rude to assume, but I just assumed. But
I think most people did, yeah. I mean, I was biting my nails watching the the server browser on that one. 7 minutes of overtime.
My record is 15 minutes of overtime.
In a duel.
In a duel, yeah. The scoreline was 2-2.
See, CTF, that's nothing. I mean, you know, that happens all the time.
The overtime was longer than the game by 5 minutes.
Wow.
I've never had a 25-minute duel before, but it was interesting.
I'm sure it was, yeah. So things have kind of stabilized a bit after that first frag. Element just had great positioning on Barktooth at the beginning. I was able to get that combo in.
Yeah, it landed a beautiful drop-down combo, actually.
And you know, we've seen a lot of that in this game. I mean, in pretty much all duel, really. It's that first minute is chaotic. So if you have the positioning and you have the weapon, I mean, take the shot, right?
Indeed, and sometimes you're not always rewarded with, even if you get that first frag, doesn't necessarily mean that you've secured control.
No, not at all.
Because you could get that fantastic spawn by a belt or 100 armor and easily be back into it.
Yep.
It's often the case that that's the scenario, but Element picking up another frag there, doing some big damage onto Barktooth.
Barktooth hitting some rockets of his own, but Element just reading him exactly, able to secure a big amount of damage with that combo.
Element had quite the tricky bracket as well. He had to face off Rookie, who has actually won the winner bracket final in the second round. So it's like, should Element have even been here at this point, or should he be playing off Fantasy in the other winner bracket? It's kind of a whole interesting dynamic with the seeding system this time round.
Well, he didn't sign up until the final day, and I mean, you know, you kind of expect that when you leave the tournament signups open until the last minute, basically. But he wasn't sure if he wanted to play, and he decided, and you know, he's you know, really done well. I mean, he's had probably the hardest road out of anybody. He's had to beat every player pretty much, or is going to have to beat every really good player in the tournament in order to actually win.
But he's got off to a fantastic start on Coma with a 5-0 lead over Barktooth. And Barktooth looking a little bit shaky, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Element's... I mean, this is Element's pick, so... I mean, I'm guessing he just based upon what he saw earlier that he just picked this map, you know, because he thought he'd have an advantage. You also have to count that Barktooth probably also eliminated a number of maps that Element would have liked to play. I think we have Coma, Solo, and Leah. I know Solo is another one of Element's really strong maps. Very good map knowledge and control on that map. So
pushing in aggressively towards the belt area now. Barktooth secures himself. No, sorry, my auto cam. No, it is Barktooth that did get the belt. My bad. The sleepiness is getting to me. An Element. Wow, he takes a big flak to the knees there.
Able to sneak away though.
Yeah, managing to walk it off somehow after taking red hot lava to the face, essentially, molten shards. But Element now waiting or trying to do some picking damage at the shield belt area, which is kind of a questionable position, but he does fall back eventually to the 100 armor, which he should get. Oh, that flat cannon looked a bit risky, and a great combo.
Ooh. Yeah, he had that one lined up. I thought Element was maybe going to hit another sniper there, but he couldn't connect in time.
And Belt is coming up soon. Oh! Whoa.
There goes that momentum.
Something shriveled up in the lower region area right there. Like, diving into that many rockets is never pretty. I'm fairly sure Bark had quite a healthy stack. But it was ripped to pieces by those air rockets.
So do you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day over in the UK?
We kind of do, yeah. We just get drunk every day in the UK anyway, so it's not really a special day.
Yeah, here it's got kind of crazy. I'm in Chicago, and they dye the river green. The Chicago River green.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone's walking around in green shirts and stuff, you know.
I didn't realize it was
They take it
St.
very
Patrick's Day.
seriously here.
And so does Element with his minigun coming out, trying to finish off Barktooth. Barktooth managing to find the escape, restacking up a little bit on some health bubbles, but the shield belt is secured by Element. Is it St. Patrick's Day today, or is it coming up?
I don't think so. I think that they just do some parade today. I don't know why it's today. I think it's because it's the weekend. Maybe St. Patrick's Day falls on, you know, a weekday or something.
Yeah, what a good way to celebrate a saint by getting absolutely bladdered,
shit-faced. Yeah.
Remembering all that he's done for the good of humanity.
I don't know what leprechauns have to do with it either, but apparently they have some special place in Irish folklore. I mean, I highly doubt that, but
Wow. Element now making this basically a dead game right now because he's just going lethal. I keep seeing floating heads everywhere. Is anyone else seeing this? It's not just me. Every time the Element lands a frag with a rocket or a gib, the head just stays in the air.
I think that's the hat.
But it's been replaced with the head now.
I see.
It's quite concerning. I'm hoping Barktooth can actually on the next map put up more of a fight, get his fighting spirit back. I mean, he's done fairly well to get this far. It's just that the games we casted with him haven't been, I don't think, his best performance.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of the this is really going to be the last kind of weaker match, I guess, before the finals. I mean, so far, like, and I think part of it has to do with the seeding, right? Like, this should have happened a few matches ago, but because of the way Element was seeded, he was forced to take the long road through basically everyone, right? I mean, so.
Yep, and now he's, well, you know, if he wins the next map, it's not over yet for Barktooth. I almost writ him off way too early there. But, you know, he's going to have to face off.
It's not over yet, but, I mean, I think that Element is really on top of his game right now. I mean,
he's looking incredibly strong. And to be honest, last week he looked incredibly strong. And there were some very hairy coin flip moments. The thing that really stopped Element from progressing was that he just had a bad aim day. He would always position himself for that amazing big damage burst with like a flat cannon or a shot combo and just slightly move his mouse to the left. And he did it about 4 or 5 times when in control.
I'm seeing the head hanging in the air too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I don't know what the hell's up with that. Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is that we've been using those Unreal Prime weapons a lot, and it's a big adjustment to go back. And I mean, like I said, he just decided last minute he was going to play and hadn't practiced at all. So now he's, I think, warmed back up into the game by the second week and is really excelling. What worries me, though, is that if he does blow away Barktooth, I think that it might lull him into like a false sense of security. So I hope that I hope the next game's close for his sake, really.
Yeah, that's a
you know what I mean?
Good thought. Like, yeah, because you want to have something tense so that you can feel really warmed up and
Right.
always thinking of the right moment and the right play at the right time. But, you know,
You want to be
overconfidence.
firing on all cylinders going into the finals.
Yeah. And there we have it. A 15-3 game going in favor of Element, making it look very easy indeed. But Barktooth got this far against some very tough games as well, so he's probably going to hopefully shape up in the next round. I'm hoping for it, but maybe he's just a little bit nervous being on the stream and all.
All right, so starting solo.
All right, let's see how things open up. Element chooses the shock rifle spawn as well as Barktooth, but Barktooth got the closer one, but Element finds that flat cannon straight away, quickly thinking on his feet to get across the other side of the map. Maybe pick up a sniper rifle here, have a hit scan game going on. Barktooth is on the vial hunt, picking up a few. Element meant to pick up the rest of them, but he only picked up one. But maybe that's all he needs. Ooh!
He did land his first sniper, missed the second one though, but
Yeah.
looks like Barktooth was able to get some health packs. Oh, 100 armor taken though.
There we go.
And that Link primary finish up.
We did the big
I really
damage.
hope that we don't see a lot of that in the finals here. I hope that people, you know, block that out of their memories that happened. Don't do that.
There were so many interesting moments anyway without it, so
Yeah.
I think we're okay. Some interesting play coming in there. Element tried to prevent Barktooth from going over towards the shield belt with some shot play, but unfortunately gets a bit damaged.
Eats a rocket.
Goes back towards the 100 and then gets locked down by Barktooth. 2-0 now. And this is Element's map, isn't it?
Element's quite
No.
good at this map. I mean, I think that... No, this isn't Element's pick.
No.
This was Barktooth's pick.
Yeah.
But Element is pretty good at this map. I think he just needs to get control back. He'll be okay.
Yeah, the last time I saw him play it, he almost got such a great comeback against Rookie on it. It was 1-1 for God knows how long. And Rookie had the early control for the first 3 minutes. And Element just plays incredibly well out of control. He always manages to find an escape and always finds the little nook and cranny to survive that extra 5 seconds longer while doing some additional damage. And that's a great skill to have coming into a duel cup like this, especially when you play aggressive.
Indeed. And there it is.
And finally comes back out of position to win a fight. Picks up the shield belt. Needs to pick up some health though. Just restack himself up a little bit, but he's on the frag hunt. He's going to deny the shock rifle. Barktooth, I like his positioning as well there. I think that was, you know, he played a very tactical sort of flak play. He was waiting for Element to come towards the flak area and maybe put a flak into his face, or if not, at least try and do some damage towards the shock rifle, which he didn't get much, but got better than nothing, I suppose. If it's damage, it's good.
I mean, I hate to sound cliche, but Element is kind of one of those players where he is always playing a few steps ahead of the other person, I think, in terms of the control game, where he's going to go next. And that's why it seems that he always has that place to go. Like, he has that escape route. He has the next area he wants to head to survive, get a little extra armor health. And he just kind of is aware of what's going to happen next and what his options are.
Yep. And straight away, getting the shield belt, locking down the 100 armor. If you can just land some damage here, Barktooth is going to be in a difficult position because those armors are kind of desynced now. So if Element can land this frag and not take so much damage, and providing Barktooth doesn't get an amazing spawn at the right time, he can run away with potentially a big lead here, Element, I feel. Providing that he can land the frag. And with that combo, and that combo,
Yeah.
it's looking very likely. So he's going to deny the 100 beautifully.
That's what I'm talking about. He knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, reading the situation perfectly. I mean, he double backed. It looked like, you know, most players would have gone pushed for the frag, right? There we go, push for the frag here. He's low. But doing that, he would have actually lost the respawn. He probably, you know, Barktooth would have probably got the respawn by the 100. Instead, he kind of repositioned himself towards the link gun, knew that Barktooth was going to get the health packs, and bam, a combo was waiting, and another combo was waiting just then as Barktooth runs into it. I mean, Bark doesn't even really see Element right now because the prediction combo game is excelling.
So on point. Yeah.
When you have one of those games, it is the most satisfying games.
It's just pure positioning and strategy, I feel like, and like what a duel is really about. Like he's a true purist in the sense of dueling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he just did it again with an amazing combo towards that shield belt area. And yeah, that's kind of, it's really nice when you consistently can keep doing that. And on a map like Solo, actually, the angles are pretty difficult. And that's what makes it an interesting map as well. It's satisfying to land those kind of plays. 5 minutes left for Barktooth to mount an attack to get in some armor control. He has to wait another 2 seconds for the 100 armor. I don't think he's going to last that long. He manages to headbutt a shot core, saving his life there because Element had a combo really nicely lined up. But he takes the damage on the head and secures himself the 100 armor. And a very even stack for both players now. So Barktooth lands some additional damage now. He could get back into this.
They both hit that. Yeah, they both hit a sniper there. Both missed a sniper there.
It's very even coming into the fight.
Oh, nice slide.
Brilliant slide. Perfect timing as well for Element. Oh, he misses that easy shot. But he won't miss this, surely. The combo coming in. 6 HP for Barktooth.
There we go.
And another secure frag. And Barktooth gets a bad spawn. Quickly tries to make an effort towards the shield belt. Unfortunately, he's denied by Element. Element ignores the frag and just goes, you know what, I'm going to close out with the armor control. And you're going to have to work even harder to get back into this game. Ooh, nice rocket. Don't think it landed the damage, though. Barktooth is low and looking to fall here with 3 HP. The primary link being spammed out for the finishing move. Oh, Barktooth, is he going to squeeze out of this? No, I don't think he is. Surely not. The health pack is going to be waiting.
I think Element's going to meet him where he's going, basically. Yeah, he tried to cut him off there, but he couldn't. The Barktooth's kind of getting onto Element's game a little bit, that he's trying to catch him a few steps ahead, you know. And there he is again.
That's
somehow surviving
flak.
that. Somehow surviving that.
The same move twice over.
Oh my god!
I didn't even see a pixel. And the headshot comes out. Oh, nice wall run there from Barktooth, actually.
He hit the wall run a little higher than I think Element expected him to, so the combo missed. But
yeah,
he had the combo lined up, but he went below or above the vials for some reason, and Barktooth does convert a frag out of it.
Game is on. Barktooth on the aggressive moves now, heading towards the 50 area, coming up behind the lift at the 50. He should get some free damage here. No, he decides to drop back and head towards the flak area. He's going to try and cut off his opponent. Interesting aggressive behavior here. Really, I wouldn't push in that deep into that area. Kind of hold the top ground and, you know.
Barktooth's game plan so far has been to be really aggressive when you have any sort of advantage or momentum at all. But, you know, it backfired against him when he was playing Lavak, I believe.
Yeah, and backfiring against him now as Element takes the control and plays his own aggressive game. Barktooth, I think he's given up in his head. Just stood still there. But, yeah, is a little bit too aggressive on his controls. Like, sometimes you gotta think of the situation and think, where's he gonna come from this point now? Where can he go, and how can I cut him off, rather than trying to chase down the
charge
back.
him.
Yeah. Like, I think,
and that's what Element's doing,
exactly,
basically. He'll meet him where he knows he needs to go next.
And Barktooth, as you said, is a young player, and he's still got a lot to learn, which is good.
Right.
I mean, you know, if you're 18 and you're playing Unreal Tournament now, you're in a really good position to start owning this game, and you're a little bit older. With,
oh yeah.
The reflexes being all sharp and all.
Mm-hmm. I mean, after about 25, you have to start relying on your knowledge, really.
Yep. You gotta start putting it into experience and playing the smart game rather than the aim game. Not to say that Barktooth isn't smart. That's
absolutely not. but the experience
Experience,
advantage is real. I mean, that goes for anything in life, really.
Yep.
30 seconds left.
Element. It's going to secure this. About the 10-4 frag mark. There's some really interesting players on that map. Some really nice combos. Brilliant reads.
Mm-hmm.
And some moments of genius as well from Barktooth.
9.
Managing to squeeze some frags in.
I mean, considering how locked down Element had the map, I mean, it was impressive that Barktooth was able to get through that and get a couple frags then.